Hello, everyone. Happy Thursday afternoon or Friday, depending on where you are on this amazing planet. What an amazing day this has been so far. I love our focus group day. Let me tell you, we're bringing the love in such a big way. But before we get to that, first and foremost, let's welcome our newest subscribers to the love train here. You followed the energy and found yourself here, and thank you for shining your light here and also in the area that you are from. So let's welcome new subscribers from Michigan. We also have more new subscribers from London in the UK. Welcome. It's quite a group growing now from London and really across the UK. Welcome from Arizona. Quite a few of you also. Welcome from Boston, Massachusetts. Also, we have new members, more from Sweden. Welcome to you. And again, more from Australia. Welcome to all of you. So today, gosh, I love our Thursdays. For those of you who did participate in the focus group today, oh my gosh, I'm sending you a big, big hug. And also, I did post a couple of places trying to streamline our process here. So in the community section, you will see the link. And then I made a special video today about how we can register, a quick and easy way to register weekly now for the link and also to get the replay. So those things are here in there. There's a video and there's a thing in the community section. So, and if you can't find any of that stuff, just send me an email and I'll help you out. Okay. Wow. Let's talk about what's going on today. So I'm going to get into the Schumann and then again, because what's going on now is very, very individualized, and each of you is having your own experience right now with what you're clearing. I'm continuing my chakra series today. So today I'm going to talk about the throat, the solar plexus, and the heart chakras, because this may help some of you piece together what's going on. There's a lot of tremendous amount of activity going on with the physical body right now. There's a tremendous amount of activity going on with the emotional body. And I think that's the one that's kind of catching some of us off guard. It's that, oh my gosh, some of you are experiencing crankiness or anger or downright sadness or depression. And so under kind of having an understanding around what's being cleared, and knowing that this is temporary. I'm hoping we'll help give you guys some relief on this ride. And let's talk about what is going on with the Schumann. This was taken within the hour. Took it at 3:45 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Okay, so this was last night. So, right, this was night before last where we could get into, we felt this in the upper chakras, right? Or wherever you're clearing, right? So this is almost turned into what we call angel wings. You can see the bright light and then some separation here and then another big, this is heavily concentrated light going into your upper chakras. But again, where you're feeling it is going to be in the area where you are needing the biggest release. So this can be deceptive, but at the same time, what comes with this? Yeah, it could be waking you up at night. This one did wake me up very, very briefly. I got a great song from my gods, forgot to write it down, but they told me it's coming back. So I'll just have to stay put for that. Then this would have been earlier today. You can see, this is interesting. This is straight up release pretty much. There's always light that comes in with the release because that pushes it. The light comes in and kind of like bzz, the roto-rooter. Okay. But you can see this is all really big release in the upper chakras. So again, this can definitely play out in the head region. For me, I did not feel this. The only thing that happened was the spike of energy woke me up, but I didn't have any symptoms with it. But for some of you, this can cause a pressure in the head. This can affect the ear, nose, and throat, like whatever. Again, where are you holding energy that's wanting to come forward and be healed? That's really where you're going to feel this right now. So I think you'll the chakra chart looks a little bit dramatic, which is really what's kind of playing out right now. So let me switch over to that one real quick. Okay, so here we can see it. Okay, so you can see this is a lot of activity going on here, but you can notice it's in all of the chakras. And notice that this pattern isn't a consistent energy going throughout. This is what I'm one of the things. This one kind of is more indicative of what people are feeling. Because for some people, there's some stuff in the root that's clearing for that they're more aware of. For some, they're more aware of what's going on up here. And so today, my focus is on the throat, which is part of this upper chakra here, this white line. And we're going to talk about the solar plexus and the heart, which are both going to be in this yellow line here too. So let's jump in. So I'm going to start with the throat chakra. Now, the throat chakra is associated, we talked about the root is associated with the earth, right? And then the sacral is associated with the element of water. So the throat chakra is associated with the ether, which is essentially space or the akasha. So very interesting, right? Isn't it that our communication source is really tied to the element of open space, and yet, so this is where inspiration comes from. This is where our self-expression comes from. Our faith comes from this chakra. And the ability to communicate. So this has been getting a massive upgrade for months and months and months. And I am calling it's absolutely an upgrade, depending on how much you have suppressed your own voice, not just your own voice, but have you been suppressing your own identity? Are we wearing a mask? Here's how you can tell. Does the same person that walks out the front door in the morning and maybe goes to the office, is that the same person that's at the dinner table? Is that the same person that goes to family events? Is that the same friend that shows up for a friend's night out? Anywhere where you changed yourself for fear of acceptance or wanting to fit in with the norm rather than shining your own light. And I say this with compassion. Hey, I had got my own collection of masks. They've all been successfully sent back to love and light. But man, when I did this like awareness, it was like, oh, okay, now everybody gets this version. Like that's it. It's so much easier. Trust me, when you get no mask, you're just like, hey, this is who's showing up. You know, we're each a divine being. We're each a facet of this gorgeous diamond energy. And so, when you embrace that, it's like we weren't meant to come here to all, get in a line and act like each other and think like each other. We each have our own beautiful, unique, beautiful gift that's part of a big, gorgeous diamond. Okay, there you have that. So those of you that are having the throat, the ear, nose, and throat, this is, and questioning your own faith in yourself is what is coming today. So it's having faith in yourself and trusting yourself. If this is an area for you where you're needing the most healing, you're going to be feeling this in the throat. But also keep in mind, they're very clear. There is massive upgrades going on with the throat because moving forward in the 5D, they want us to just let it roll, let it flow, let it be out in that open space that it's desiring. It was never designed to be, contained or controlled. So if we're trying to control how other people see us, that's going to be, creating some friction. So let go of the tug of war rope. Just let it go. Set your throat free. Give it to the light and the love. So that's a big one. And that one's going to continue, by the way, to play out because so many, there were generations that said be seen and not heard, or the other, be heard and not seen, whichever. It's all basically anything where you made yourself smaller because you were told that that was the right thing to do or how you're supposed to show up, right? Coulda, shoulda, woulda, all that stuff. Mm-mm. You know what I think about that? Caca, all of it. So let's jump in next and talk about the solar plexus. So the solar plexus is associated with the element of fire. So again, we're looking here. This is going to be this yellow line here. And you can see all of these are getting a good. Now, I know that this one's been getting some action because this is where that yucky feeling of anxiety happens. Now, here's the cool thing. It's also where excitement happens. And sometimes we've been trained in the 3D unconsciously to say, oh, something in the solar plexus must be anxiety. We've labeled it that. And so what we did is remember the noodle takes the emotion, takes the event, and ties them together. So now you could potentially be feeling excitement about something and then say, oh no, and now it's anxiety. Why? That's the noodle's definition. That's the noodle's definition. So what you can do is if you're feeling this, breathe into it and say, is this excitement or is this anxiety? Now, don't judge either one, but just have an awareness around it because that's one area where, you know, it's an old habit, it's an old echo energy that is being healed. And these solar plexus, so this rules the upper abdomen, the gallbladder, the liver, the kidneys, your adrenal glands. So for those of you who feel wiped out, this can be due to, again, the solar plexus are getting an upgrade as well. So remember, we're upgrading and we're purging. So it's a lot of activity going on, and this is a sensitive area. It's your power area. Okay. This is where your willpower is. This is where your courage is. This is where your purpose is. So when we feel fulfilled and in alignment, this is your power center. This is where your self-esteem is. So if, there's any kind of lack of worthiness, this area is feeling a lot of action right now. Okay. This is also one more area is the mid spine. Very specifically, the middle spine is affected by this energy center. So for those of you that where this area has been now, how do we calm that down? So deep breaths, deep breaths, slow, deep breaths. You can bring love and light. We already have this ability to call in more energy, and particularly with a feeling of anxiousness. Just you have to really deliberately bring your breath really slow and picture that light coming in and just I fill myself with pure love and light and direct it right into those solar plexus, like load it up with love. And then last and definitely not least, let's talk about the heart chakra. And we did a cool meditation today on this that came forward from my guides for the focus group, where we opened the physical heart and we also opened the heart chakra, which is the sacral, right? The energy around the sacral heart. So one is actually located in the back of the body and the physical heart's in the front of the body. So for those of you who are interested in that, I really recommend just go and grab the recording and practice that because it was a beautiful thing. And many of them felt it opening, like it was really guided and supported with so much love from that group. So it was really easy to achieve too. So the heart chakra is attached to the element of air. The air that we breathe is the breath of source. The air that we breathe is the breath of source. And when we say we're breathing into our heart, you're aligning with the power of all that is. Okay. So anytime you feel disconnected from your soul, from source, and like you're caught up in some kind of a 3D situation, if you're in a 3D situation, go to that breath. That is the breath of source. That is what aligns you in perfect stillness with your power center. This is where you find that point of stillness and completely align yourself with all that is. I know who I am. Just that hand on the heart. Okay, I know who I am. I am a powerful being. I'm a powerful light being, source creator, focused into this body, right? This it's a vessel. It's a borrowed vessel, right? Not borrowed. You focused yourself into it. You created it. So, very important to keep in mind. And energetically, what does this chakra deal with? This deals with love, obviously, but when we say love, it's a state of being. So it's unconditional love. This isn't idyllic love or love with conditions or right. So it's a state of being, the love energy, which is the creative energy of all that is. This is also where care and empathy and endearment, that's what this chakra deals with. So for many, this is continuing to come online because we used to direct everything to that noodle, right? We're not now going straight to the noodle. Now we are. We're going straight to the heart. We're receiving through the heart. You receive information through your heart by feeling, right? We're not using the noodle anymore. We're not figuring stuff out. We're feeling. So this is your primary receptor. This is your primary receptor in the 5D. How does that feel? How does this feel? What's my next move? Let me feel into this. Okay. So practice that now. And then to kind of give you an idea of how the energy flows, and I'll do this more when once I've completed all of the chakras, but we have begun the ascension process really begins with reconnecting our root to Gaia's root, right? Because we're at one with her. We're already naturally grounding with her now. All right. So it starts with the root connection and then it's a soul reconnection. And we're starting to do that. And you guys know in the focus group, right? What are we doing? We're reintroducing you to your soul and like, hey, you got help from up there. Take it, right? They're guiding you. That's what's in your heart. Everything that's in your heart, your soul put in there for you to access in the human. So the human is getting breadcrumbs from the soul, and then we feel and we take action from there. And then the last piece is the sacred heart connection. So this is that, remember the root's dense energy. The soul reconnection is from above, so below, and then really, really deepening this sacred heart connection. So there's, again, this is a multi-layer onion where I'm peeling, gang, but we're doing it together. You've got this. I know that these energies are still quite feeling distorted. There is light coming and it's going to be pure light. There's so much momentum right now. This, this is the first one in a few days that does kind of depict what's going on. You can feel very, very distorted, very out of the body some days. So go to that breath, make sure you're hydrating, hydrate. Water is absolutely the best thing you can give to your human right now. And it also helps you integrate and get outside in nature. Our connection with her is stronger and stronger. The trees, the plants are giving more oxygen than ever. So really, start to put these little pieces of the puzzle together for yourself. Take some deep breaths, get outside, and then give yourself a pass, man. If people are triggering you and stuff seems like, just give yourself a pass and say, it's okay. This is all happening for us. And where you're at right now is absolutely perfect. You can't mess it up. No one's late. No one's behind. You're all perfectly where you're supposed to be. And we're all in this together. And I love each and every one of you. And again, a big welcome to our newest members of the Love Train. Tomorrow, I will be doing an update for sure. A couple of reasons. One, I feel some energy coming. And then number two, I do want to complete this. I'm going to tie this whole chakra thing together so that hopefully it can help give some of you some relief. And I'm sending big extra love and hugs to my beautiful focus group. You guys really, really did some amazing work today. And I can tell you, in the middle of all of this dust while it's clearing, taking time out to just bring love to yourself and bring love to the planet is such a great distraction from all the stuff that is going on and currently healing. So I honor all of you for being there, and I'll see everybody tomorrow. Ciao.